So before we go into today's DC Heroes and Villains video, I need to stress that the game is in early access. So there are bugs and there are features that may not make it to global launch. So please bear that in mind if you end up being someone that clicks on this video in a year's time and think, well, the game isn't like this. That is why. Or if you're watching it in the here and now, it's in early access. So please bear that in mind. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Fellow heroes and villains, welcome to another DC Heroes and Villains video. I hope you're all well. It's been about 2 months since the last video where early access went live. I could have made content on it, but because it's in early access and there is the possibility that progress may be reset and the fact that stats may not be the same, gameplay may be tweaked here and there, I thought it was only natural not to make content on it, like character overviews and team synergies, etc., because I didn't want it to turn into false information. But the question you guys are all asking is, how do I play this game? And I'm just going to tell you straight away in a nutshell. I have downloaded this off the Philippines iTunes store. I have a Philippines account. I have an account for every region for situations like this. The same applies to if you're over on the Google Play Store. It is in early access in the Philippines, Denmark, and Belgium as the time of making this video. So you're welcome. That question is answered, but we are going to get to the subject at hand, and that is my thoughts so far on the game. And I think game is key. I'm going to talk about the gameplay loop. It's a mobile game, so how is the gameplay loop in its early access? I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Now, let me kind of give you an overview of how things have been rolling for me. I've been playing it since every day since launch. Is the way I've been, and that reflects in my characters. They're the characters I have at the moment. Obviously Lex Luther is my beast at the moment, followed by Grodd, Nightwing, and then Catwoman. So the gameplay loop is usually you want to do a lot of grinding for resources, use the resources, and then progress in the stages. That is the loop, and it's very fair in how it does it. You have the daily and weekly quests, which give you a good amount of experience. I've hit the max cap at the moment, which is 50. I assume it's going to be bigger in the global launch. It gives you hero reputation, villain reputation, of which way you get your titles. And you can get currency to get hero capsules or villain capsules, which is your gacha for characters. The same applies to the weekly quests. You get more gems, more currency for different capsules. So it incentivizes you to do the weeklies and dailies, which I've been doing. And as an added incentive, Nightwing is an unlockable character, and I suggest if this is the key, this is the same in global launch, you want to get Nightwing as soon as possible. And I am on the road to getting Nightwing to 5-star, probably this time next week, which is going to be very helpful in some hero stages. Also, you would have noticed in the quests, we have the lifetime quests. This is where you're going to be getting Lex Luther if this doesn't change in global launch. Again, this is something you want to aim for because he will definitely help you out on the villain stages. He has some really cool attacks and defensive buffs for the team. So it's another character you want to go for, and it's something you can build up just by playing the game. So quests are very important, but the thing I like the most when it comes to the gameplay loop is if we go over to the events screen, this is where you're going to get your events for character events. If you've got 4-star characters like the Justice League, you can get some shards for Batman. Is something that they previously had a couple of days ago. Is the high roller daily credits and the hardcore energy. So essentially you get rewarded for using your coins and using your energy. So that's essentially what I've been doing, is I've been throwing all my coins in upgrades for the characters. Obviously you've got as you can see on Lex Luther, he has all of these gear. At the moment he's at tier 7. I think the max has been said that it's 8 or 9, so I'm almost there. If I get my grind on, I'll get there. So obviously all this costs money, your in-game currency, the coins, and as you can see, if we go over to the High Roller Daily Credits, you're getting all these rewards just by spending coins, and that adds to the gameplay loop. It adds to the grind, and it makes it more satisfying. Like, it takes a while, but there is a goal in the distance, and I like that, because a lot of mobile games strip that back and just make you grind and grind for weeks. This just incentivizes you to use your coins, use your energy, and go into your brawls against the raids, which is against Trigon at the moment, which we'll go to in a second. So I really like that, and I hope that doesn't change. I hope it doesn't get nerfed, because in my mind it feels perfect, and it makes it worth logging in every day, because you are just kind of creeping towards what you need to. I might spend a week just grinding, ready for some stages the week after. And I like that. It's just incentive to log in every day, and I do enjoy that. All we need now is login bonuses, and it's a win-win in my book. Challenges, these are just your resource quests, and you know, as you progress, you get more. As you get stronger, you can get more rewards. As long as you've got that 3-star rating, you can just auto win it, which is nice. And I think that just kind of is how the gameplay loop works. Talking about the stages, yes, they do get very difficult as you progress. I am trying to get shards at the moment. I'm trying to get 3-star results. If we go over to Metropolis, Halo is one of them that I'm trying to do, but I keep getting 1-star. Battle items are very key when it comes to the later game, I feel. If you want that 3-star rating, you can as long as all your characters are alive at the end of the battle, you're going to get that 3-star rating. So revives are where it's at, and I'll go into the battle items in a little second here. And also Vandal Savage on the villain side, I'm just trying to I can grind that. So if I just use all my energy, so you won't be seeing me doing any stages in this video now, but I got 2 Vandal Savage shards, and it's added to my total, and I'm getting there. 40 out of 60, slow and steady, but you can see just by me playing every day. Look at the results, look at the characters I've unlocked, look at the time invested has paid off, and I really like that. I hope it doesn't change, hope it doesn't get nerfed. It may do in the future, just because it's a mobile game and it's the nature of mobile games, but for right now, I'm a big fan of that. And you would have also seen that I got one of my milestone achievements, which is the hardcore energy, because I use my energy, get a Batman shard, and 3 different currencies for the capsules. So if we go over to the shop, this is where you get all your capsules. You've got your premium capsule, which is where you're going to get your most shards. Free capsule every 4 hours, you would say, or 8 hours maybe. Basic capsule, credits, that's where you want to be spending your gems early game. If I make a guide when the game comes out and it's not changed too much, that's where you want to be spending your gems. You want to save up for that. Metatope capsule, that's your upgrade materials. You can get them more easily through other means. It's just if you're desperate. Hero villain capsules, Gotham, Metropolis, because obviously they're the locations. If the game decides to explore like Atlantis or go over to Central City and all of these other iconic locations, or even like the you know, just out there kind of DC locations, I assume that capsules will follow suit, so it's more to choose from. But again, I wouldn't invest in any gems in any of these capsules unless you've got the gems to spare, because you'll get the currency just by playing. I suggest spending the gems again on the coins, or on this, what I hope doesn't change, 50 gems for 120 energy. So every day I'll spend, you get a max cap of getting 3. So that is 360 energy per day, and that's definitely going to help you whether you want to progress with a stage, or if you want to kind of grind for a character, grind for a certain item to level up gear. That is the best thing about the game at the moment. I really hope they don't nerf how much that costs or how many you can get per day, but that is what I've been doing. And again, guilds as well. Every time you defeat a tier of the guilds, it resets every week. You're probably thinking, man, we should just go straight for the shards. Nope, you want the battle items, the 50 currency. It changes every single, I think it's 8 hours. It's going to change in 25 minutes for me. And that's where you're going to get your, like, your revives, your heals alls, your armor alls, your like straight up attacks. That's going to help you in battle. And trust me, as you progress through the game, you're going to need battle items to help you out, especially if you want those 3-star ratings. So I think this is where I'm going to talk about the bugs. Obviously it's in early access. There is a lot of bugs. If you are on the Discord, the link is below. You'll see a lot of people that are playing the early access are reporting a lot of bugs, and we've just had a significant update to prepare to fix a lot of these bugs, and I will cover that update when that goes live. They had an update a couple of weeks ago which laid the foundation for them to easily access these bugs and fix them. So I'll cover that in the next, that will probably be what the next video will be. But there are a lot of bugs, and some of them are very frustrating. A lot of them boot you out the game, which in turn you've used like exclusive energy, so you can't go back and do it. For example, when synergies happen, the game sometimes just can't take it. It's like, whoa, I can't take all of this, and it will just freeze. And there's a lot of other things in between where you'll want to look for a certain resource. So if I were on Robin and I want to look for, say, let's just craft those, and we go over to this and I want to farm this. When I click on find, sometimes this won't crop up, which is frustrating. So I'll just leave the game for a good couple of hours, go back, and then it's working. It's very weird, some of these bugs, but I've been doing my job, my due diligence of being an early access kind of user and reporting those bugs. You want to help out. I think this has got a great foundation. I think this game's going to do really well when it actually gets released, but we want to do our part in squashing the bugs. So if you are playing early access, or you are now going to get early access to what I said previously at the beginning of the video, please report any bugs you come across and help the team out so this global launch is as strong as it needs to be. So that's all I want to touch on bugs, because there are a lot, but at the same time it's early access. You can't expect anything more or anything less. So I think we should go into some gameplay here. I have a choice mission that I want to get clear, and I really like the choice missions because this gives you a chance to play as a character that maybe you haven't unlocked. So for example, Batman's quite a grind. I'm getting there. I'm about halfway there with Batman. But if you want to play as Batman, you have the opportunity here. So I've got all my battle items lined up. I've got this is damage ore, which just does a select amount of damage. You've got armor, which will give armor to all your characters. Revival, very important if you want to get a 3-star rating. Doesn't really matter in choice missions if you can make it to the end. And obviously heal all. So the recommended characters to use is purple and green. I'm going to go with this team. I would usually throw in Robin, but for some reason the synergy between Robin and Nightwing just seems to break the game, and it's very frustrating when that happens. So this is the team we're going to roll with, and yeah, I get to kind of go over some of the abilities and how the game works. So obviously we just want to, if you want to get the weakness, so if you wanted to get the greens to attack these blue enemies, go for it. But I have faith in my characters and the damage that they'll do. So I'll just kind of go with Cyborg's attacks here. So I can build him up so he can taunt straight off the bat. So I don't have to get as much damage for the rest of the characters. So don't really want to do any yellow attacks unless I really need to, because I have no yellow characters. Some characters do carry other colour damage, but it's not significant to what the colour they are. So for example, Batman's purple character, so purple's where you're going to get the most damage. Use a yellow attack, maybe you'll do a little bit of damage. But it looks like I will probably use a bit of Nightwing over here. Nightwing's ready, so I'm going to go for his ranged attack, because his ranged attack does a bit of tile manipulation. It will shoot off 2 of these blues, so I'll do that, which will mix up the tile board for me a little bit. Might get a few matches here and there, so there we go. Did it? Nope, but for example, that enemy is going to perish very soon when I use that attack. So Cyborg now has his special, and I'm going to use Promethean Knuckle, which is a nice kind of solid attack, but it gets taunt on him, so all the attacks are going to do here. So I don't want any of my characters to die, and I've got some heal alls to spare, so I'm going to quickly use that, heal up Beast Boy and Nightwing, and then we're going to just keep on going for the attack. I'm going to get rid of these yellows just to get a bit of a mix-up on the board, even though it wouldn't have done that much damage. It did definitely get me where I needed to be. So we're clearing through this quite easily. Choice missions can be quite difficult, but once you kind of get the hang of it, level up your characters, see how the characters work in tandem with each other, you shouldn't have a problem. So obviously I'm going to blitz through this guy if I keep throwing purples on him because of the power of Catwoman and Batman. But I've got some good kind of mix-ups here. So that character's gone. Going into this round with Nightwing and Cyborg, so I'll use Nightwing, get rid of 3 of those blues to mix up the board a bit. Might get some combos, you never know. Yep, got a couple of combos there, which is going to help. Going to use Cyborg, get the taunt on it again, so my other characters don't die. Let's use a bit of purple here. Line up for this big green attack, which is nice. Oh, I'm tempted to use the blue here. And then, that's just a decent combo there. So usually, you can see here, look, this is a bit of a bug in the action here. Beast Boy's just got absolutely taken over by the bat synergy going off here. But if we use the bat synergy, where is, I don't know where Beast Boy's gone. But this is like one of the many bugs that happen. I'm surprised with all 3 of those getting the synergy there, that they didn't crash the game. Obviously, Beast Boy's behind. I don't know where Beast Boy's gone. Beast Boy, where are you, my friend? He's gone somewhere. But we've got another synergy here. But we've completed the. But it's little things like that which have been pointed out in the Discord. There we go. Choice mission done. There is another choice mission over here. We can play as Batman or Grodd. But I want to go. Oh, we've got something in the shop. We've got a capsule to open. What have we got? A hero capsule. This is obviously the beneficial thing of doing choice missions because you get your reputation and you get your hero and villain currency. So if we look at the odds of the hero capsule at the moment, the left and right are going to be random items, but the center is going to be shards. If we're very lucky, we're going to get 45 shards of any of these characters. We won't. I really want to level up Enchantress at the moment. For some reason, her shards, she's a character you unlock very early on, but her shards are located very far in the campaign, and she is the only decent healer I've come across at the moment. So I'm hoping that we get some shards for her because, again, she's a decent healer. Nope, we got some generic shards. The odds are never in my favor, but we'll roll with it. It's fine. So I want to do a raid. Obviously, if you guys are playing early access and you want to join my guild, Betaverse, born in beta, because we're in beta at the moment, I guess you could say, forever in global. Let's work together and beat those raids. So just a casual guild. So if you just want to join in, do a few raids, that's all I want is participation in the raids. And you guys are more than welcome to join. So search me up. We're going to go and beat Trigon here, and then we're going to wrap up the video because that's about everything I wanted to cover in the video. I'm going to roll with this team. Again, I would throw Robin in there, but I'm very scared of the game crashing. I'll take those battle items with me. I'm probably not going to end up using them. Usually in the lower tiers of the raids, I'll auto battle. As I get towards the 5, 6, 7, 8 tier, I will start to use play here. So obviously I want to stun him by using purples. I've got quite a good combo going here. Like, I'm so tempted to use the yellows here, but they're not going to do too much damage, but it will clear the board for me, so I will do that anyway. So let's just clear the board a little bit, which is nice, definitely helped out. Let's use the Lex here to kind of get some damage on this guy. Let's use Catwoman, get a bit of crack of the whip. There's one thing that's I would like to see more of, and that's tile manipulation. There is a few characters like Nightwing's range attack, as you've seen. Also, Lex Luthor's close attack is a good one for tile throwing random tiles away. But then you've got someone like Half-Face who kind of flips the purples to yellow or the yellows to purple, which really helps out. Get some insane combos with that as well. I'd like to see more things like that, which would be nice. Like Poison Ivy, just thinking about Poison Ivy, how she tangles people up. Maybe if you were to be able to tangle up gems and make gems inaccessible, or I don't know, just a bit more tile manipulation would be nice. But we should be able to clear through this tier quite easily. Trigon's really low on health. We're going to use this, which should attack everyone, which is nice. Those arms have gone down. Is there any purples we can match? Not really. We'll just have to use some red here. We'll go for some blue. That hand is gone. But he has got rid of all the purples that we wanted to use. It's okay though. We're getting very close to getting this guy got. Let's do some green here. He's nearly gone. All I need to get is a special. I'm going to get rid of some of these yellows just because I can. He's going to get rid of the purples. Because he's like, no, you ain't stunning me. And I'm like, well, I'm going to use these reds and get rid of you anyway, Trigon. And he sinks down. And here is another one of the bugs. When you complete a tier within a battle, you still get to use the rest of your turn. So I've got 5 turns left and it's gone to the next tier. But it hasn't reflected the stun gems. Like purples, as you can see, are not going to stun him. It's going to be something else. So if he's blue, it's going to be green, I think. Yeah, you can see there the greens hit him and the stun meter went up. But we got a lot of specials here, so we're going to go for a bit of a synergy between Lex Luther and Grodd. There we go, just some damage, which is nice. We're going to throw Catwoman on. And then we're going to throw a Cyborg as well. It's usually, with the Trigon battles, you really want to be looking at your ranged special attacks because he is quite far back. The only time you're going to be using the close-up melee attacks is when he spawns the adds between phases. So it's just something to bear in mind when you're battling him. Make sure you're taking someone that's got decent ranged abilities. So we're going to finish off this. We're going to use Nightwing there, get rid of those. Get Catwoman to get rid of that ad. But that's all of our turns done. So we'll finish off here. And then it should be like done. Okay, or not. There we go. I was like, uh-oh, I have encountered another bug. But there we go. We've completed that tier. We're going to get rewarded for it with the currency, which is there. So we'll claim that. And there we go. We've got what we needed. And in the chat we have, look, because he just clearing out the tiers here. And there we go. I think that's everything I wanted to cover in a nutshell. It's just kind of my thoughts so far. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, if I'm logging in every day and doing something, it's winning me with something. I'm just ready for it to open up and all these events to kind of come in for global. But again, the next big early access update I will cover to see if there are any significant changes. So if you are interested to see how the game has been developing through early access, these videos are for you. And again, if you want to download this game, you need to be either in the Philippines, Belgium or Denmark, which means creating accounts in those stores. Simple as that. That's all I can say. You don't need VPNs or anything like that. Well, on the Google side, I don't really know. But again, I have numerous accounts on the iOS because I do like to go into early access for some mobile games, and this is one I'm really interested in. So thank you for watching, guys. If you are playing early access, let me know what you guys are thinking so far. This has the potential to be really good. I'm enjoying it. Again, early access, and I'm enjoying it. Which should mean that I should be pretty excited for global launch. And obviously, there's going to be coverage on the channel for sure. So for everything at DC Heroes and Villains, please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you haven't already. It helps out the algorithm. Comment down below, helps out the algorithm. Let's get the videos out there for other people to see and get more people invested in this game. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.